Hello, I'm going to show you how to use Backupery for Slack Cloud application to backup Slack data. So to start using the app, open your favorite web browser and go to backupery.com and click the Slack icon. Then just try the web version. Okay, now we see the application page in our web browser, and perhaps the first thing I should note that currently our cloud application does not allow us to schedule the backups. So we need to run the backups manually. Of course, we have a scheduler feature on our roadmap, but currently a scheduler feature presents in our desktop application only. So the first step is to add Backupery for Slack application to your Slack workspace. Click the Add to Slack button, input your workspace name and press Continue. So just log in into your Slack as usual. Now, before installing the application, you see a warning that the application is not approved by Slack. It is because currently the applications that export or backup Slack data are not approved because of Slack policies. So our application is not approved because of the Slack policy. So just click Allow button to install the application. And now we are redirected back to our application page. Please note that by default, the application works on behalf of the installing user. In our case, it's dev001. So that means that the application exports any data that is related to that user. For example, this user can access any public channel. So the application will also export all public channels. Then, if the user is in a private channel, then the whole channel is exported, including messages, files, and so on. But if the user does not participate in some private channel, the channel is not exported. The same is true for direct messages. If the user participates in a DM, then the whole DM is exported. Please note that if you want to export a private channel where the installing user does not participate, somebody from this private channel should add the application manually to the private channel. For example, if we have some other user, call it user2, and we have some private channel where the installing user does not participate, we have to ask user2 to add the application manually to the private channel by the invite command. So the user2 should invite Backupery for Slack application to this channel. Okay, so please also note that if we need to export DMs of users other than the installing user, I mean if we need to export DMs of user2, for example, we should ask user2 to install a separate app called Backupery for Slack Assistant app. It is a separate free app which is created to export the DMs of users other than the installing user. So we need to install this application. User2 has to install this application. And this application assists Backupery for Slack Cloud to backup DMs of other users. So just to sum up, now the application configured to export all public channels. It will also export private channels where the installing user participates, plus the private channels where the app was manually added. It will also export all the DMs where the installing user participates, plus DMs of users who installed the assistant app. So now just click Export Now button, and now the backup is started. Please note, when the application completes the export, it will send you a DM with a download link. So you will be able to download the exported data. So if we return back to our Slack page, you will see a message from Backupery for Slack application that your export started, and it will send you a message when the export is complete. So let's just wait a bit for this message. So as we see, we have one more message here, and we have a download link here, and we can download our exported data here. So as I previously said, there is no way at this moment to schedule the backups, in contrary to the desktop application that allows you to do that. So if you need to perform scheduled backups, you should run them manually at this point. So if you have any questions, just drop me an email and I will be glad to help.